This is a 1987 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. We call her Ladybird, but you have to say the first part longer than the second part, a la Hank Hill, Ladybird. That's the only way she'll answer to it. So she's got that cool front end that they had for 87 and 88. Our functional hood scoops, which is good because that's really one of the only ways she can breathe without having a grill. This one, 87, you actually had these vents are these closed? Oh, these are closed. These are off in 88. The fun things I learn about this car. 87, these are open. Looks like these ones are closed. We've got the cool front lights there. These are cool. These come on when you turn on your turn signal. So you turn on the turn signal, it'll actually light up that part of the road for you. Pretty wild. She's got the cool original snowflake rims. Probably get these off and get them polished up and cleaned up at some point. They're a bit of a challenge, but I do love the originals. I think these are the best looking rims that you can put on these cars. You know, from 10 feet away, she's actually really pretty, really clean. You get up close, you know, it's a 1987 original paint job. I don't have any plans to do anything different with that. I think I'll just keep all that original, a little scratched up, a little banged up. I think she, in Texas, maybe got a little hail damage at some point. There's a couple of divots on the roof. Got her from an online auction, definitely overpaid. We consider this car to be a rescue because of all the work it had to have done when we got it. It ran like just a dog. It was slow. Got those cool taillights with the 3 round lenses there. Those were pretty state-of-the-art for 1987, super fancy. So yeah, car needed a ton of work when we bought it. It showed up with the tires were like 10 pounds of pressure when it came off the trailer. She needed some love. So I'll show you that when we get into the engine. Just needed a lot of work, but she's running good now. Here's our interior. So this car is an automatic. Now, why would I buy a 1987 Thunderbird Turbo with an automatic? Well, this is identical to the car that my parents had. They bought one of these brand new in 1987. It is the car I learned how to drive in, and I just thought this was the coolest car. It was the one my parents had was really fast. My mom used to get all kinds of speeding tickets in it. And even this car, now that it's running good, most of our speed limits where we live are 30 miles per hour. And before you know it, I look down and I'm doing 50. So it's really smooth. It kind of lures you into going fast without letting you know you're going fast. Got the cool equalizer here. This was cool in 1987, but you know, much later with older eyes, this is a bit of a challenge when you're driving this thing to try to see all these freaking controls and buttons. I also have to get used to the middle console. Again, you know, all my other cars, everything's, you know, your door controls, your window controls, everything's seats, you know, it's either on the seat or it's on the door. And then when I drive this, I have to constantly remember that the controls here are in the middle. So it takes a little getting used to. Some premium surround sound speakers that are in dire need of being replaced. Interior, identical to the car my parents had. Like, if my brother hadn't, you know, banged theirs up and they repainted it a different color, I would have almost thought this was the car. All right, so there she is, the interior of Ladybird. We'll go ahead and take a look at the engine next.